and I'm going to be showing you some from the past. One of the things I've been involved with my fly tying career is setting up fly tying theaters and been involved with the many conclaves that fly fishing groups and clubs have over the country. And they really highlight tyers that you may not have ever met. And one of the best ones is ones in Idaho, both the Western Idaho Expo and the Eastern Idaho Expo, which is in Idaho Falls. They've been doing these fly tying get-togethers for a long time. We're talking over 30 years. So I want to do some highlights from some that I filmed in 2009 and 2010. And you'll get a chance to meet some names you know, and maybe some names you didn't know. And one of the nice things about tying at these expos is all the excitement and sounds of people going around telling lots and lots of fly fishing stories. Most of them may be exaggerated. But one of the nice things about the theater is you get a chance to listen to the tyers talk about their experiences and answer questions. I think you're going to enjoy them. We're going to start this week with several. We'll try to give you the most information. And I know some of you are going to say, wow, you know, I don't know about the materials. Well, these are really uncut. So, you know, you do your best on figuring it out. But I think you're going to enjoy the interaction with the crowd and with the tyers. And really uncut and I think extremely fun. Let's get going. This next fly tyer is a Boise resident. However, his real fame as a fly tyer and a fly fishing guide came on the...
This fly right here is a bear hair hecubug. This is a western red quill, and this is a common fly that comes out on the upper Snake River in the Jackson Hole region first couple weeks of September. And it's an important hatch. Trout really key on this fly. And what we're going to do, what this fly is made of is it has a moose body, and it has a bear hair wing, and two different colors of hackle. I started this fly a little while ago, and I'll finish this for one of the members in the audience. So I form my body with the moose, and now I have my hackle on here, and I'm going to tie on the wing and dub it and finish it. The wing is out of grizzly bear hair. This is a pretty fine piece. It's a highly visible, durable, it traps air, it floats great. It's a great wing material. It's hard to get, but if you can get it, which I have a good source of, it's a good material to use. You use this material opposite that of deer hair. Deer hair you will stack and use the tips for the end of the wing. What you're doing is you're using the hair next to the hide for the end of the wing. We'll clip a section of this out. I'm going to pull these long guard hairs out. I'm going to pull these long guard hairs out. Take a comb and comb the underfur out. I'm going to clip this before I bind it on. I always like to clip it before I bind it on rather than afterwards. You risk the chance of cutting your thread. It just works better for me. And then I will tie this on. Now I'm going to tie a half hitch on here, just to keep this material rock solid. And then for extra security, I'll put a drop of super glue on here. And this wing will never fall apart. This fly I used in the Jackson Hole 1 fly last year. I fished with this fly for 7 hours and it never fell apart. I caught 12 trout and this fly still exists right here. The dubbing I'm choosing to use is Fly Right. It's a synthetic dubbing. It's called Gray Drake Gray Fox. It's a real nice color for this hecuba. Tie it behind the wing and in front of the wing. Okay, now I'll wind my hackles through here. Form a head, tie it off and form a head. Pull the tips of your hackle off, get rid of those. And then in order for me to make a really durable fly, I'm going to wind my thread through the hackle. And the reason is I don't want my fly to fall apart. If you're fishing in the Jackson Hole 1 fly, or even if you're not, and you had to fish one fly for 7 hours, you want to make sure that you have a fly that will not fall apart. The only way you're going to not have a fly is if you lose it. Okay, we'll take a comb and comb the wing. With a curved pair of scissors, I will trim this. And then I'm going to cut the hackle flush on the bottom. That's a bear hair hecuba right there. Okay, the next fly I'd like to tie for you is using, it's a yellow Sally pattern using a paraloop method. I don't know if you're familiar with the paraloop method, but it's a real interesting way of putting hackle on a fly without winding around a thread.